what's going on out there? Welcome in. And thanks for tuning in if you're tuning in. I'll just be
Use
borrowing her
that
for a
word.
little bit. Okay, so so viewers, fans, subscribers, all the same, I want to welcome you back to the next episode here of the Space Bridge, the official podcast series for the Iacon Battle Circuit branding series. Like you already know the jam, right? So join with me today is my returning guest here again with Shy Clem Bunny or the Bunniipop. You already know the jam with her.
Hello.
All right, we're good to go. All right, so let's delve right into this hush puppy. So we wanted to
Oh,
go into.
Dylan also told me to tell you to watch out for Partick Pickleton and the paper towel cartel. God, I can't stand him.
the Patrick and the Paper Cartel.
Partick Pickleton and the paper towel cartel.
Bro,
This is
I
this
don't
is
know
the
if
man
Patrick
I
Star wants something with me.
this is the man I married, by the way.
He's stating his case, I guess. I'll keep an eye out for Patrick, but depends on how smart he is. He might be putting on a facade for all I know.
Well, that's Patrick Star. You know, that's that one you don't need to worry about.
Yep.
Anyway,
Because chat, when I look at
continue.
him, I'm
I'm
just gonna
so
be like,
sorry.
Are you sure about that?
You got the sounds on deck.
the key thing here is to update my soundboard because there's still a few more that I would like to have on here, but I got to take the time to run a couple of test drills with them. So let's
Nice.
take a looky here. So delving back here into 2XKO, what were some of the complaints or the suggestions that you had about 2XKO that you wanted to sit and talk about? The main things that I'm taking a look at here was looking back at a couple of more updated responses about the dev team and some of the stuff from the prior layoff fiasco from last month, and in delving with like the fact right now that 2XKO is in a proper stagnation, I think is probably good right now. That way everybody can hopefully and productively be on the same boat of a course that we need to go in next collectively going into these new DLC characters that are about to come upon the land, right?
Mm-hmm.
So lay it on me. What would you like to talk about here with these things? There's a decent chunk to delve into still. Could be fun, could be not fun. I don't know.
Well, the things that I'm looking for is quality of life for people who are getting into the game and people who actually like want to get better at the game because there's a lot of aspects when it comes to understanding how to play a fighting game. It's never easy to learn how to play, but that doesn't excuse certain practices that other you know competitors have created. And I really wanted to dive into the more, again, quality of life changes, not necessarily character balance or, oh, I think the game should play this way or that way. I just want the game to work. I want the game to work.
Right.
So I'm biased. I like combo trials. I love combo trials. That is how I learn how to play fighting games. This is how I get engaged in fighting games. If I can play in the combo trials, it helps me refine my skills on what the game wants me to learn. And then with all of the tools that were equipped, I can start making things on my own. We are in a time where I believe combo trials is no longer just a luxury, it's a necessity, especially for trying to bring in newer players. The FGC have been playing in far worse conditions, but nowadays it doesn't really. I don't know.
It doesn't feel like combo trials feel as mandatory as they used to be. Like
I
that.
guess. I feel like they should be though. Like when combo trials with combo trials, it gave people a better understanding, especially in the FGC, to know what the characters can and can't do. It was something to do. It was something new to learn, and it was engaging. I mean, pro players loved it. Newer players, struggled through it, but it showed us, whoa, we can actually learn what these buttons are doing. But we've had combo trials for many years now, and they have evolved with each game. And with one of the newest installments, Street Fighter 6, I feel like this is one of the best combo trials a game could have.
Yeah.
It has so many opportunities to use these combos in practical, gameplay. These aren't just, oh, look at what the character can do. This is more, this is what the character should be doing at a baseline. Now, of course, that could just be me, but I still feel like this is a quality of life change. This is to help people understand and get more engaged. Combo trials, at the end of the day, are not necessary. If you don't learn through combo trials, that is okay. But this is a specific mode in the game that should be, explored. It's a type of tutorial. It's a more engaging tutorial.
I feel so. 2x like
It teaches you a lot.
combo tutorials help give you like a whole progressive like training wheel introductory into like how to play the game at your level at your pacing and how
Hmm.
to use your character or understanding the combo structure of the game. Like,
And all it is practice mode with specific conditions. You can replicate a combo trial because like you can replicate a combo trial in practice mode because that's what it's there for. It's just a version of practice mode, and it can help you engage with those settings. It's like, all right, I'm going to give myself 1 meter. I'm going to learn how to optimize this combo with the resources that I have. I'm going to be in this part of the screen. Like it, that's what the combo trials can teach you. It can teach you what you can and can't do in what scenario. These aren't just random things. These are combos that help you get to where you need to go. Unfortunately, I think 2XKO has failed in even the most basic of understandings when it comes to helping a new player, understand the character that they are practicing. And I have a couple of examples of what I mean by that.
all right, lay it on me. What's up?
So, first things first, we're going to go with my main, Jinx. We're going to start off with something light, and then we're going to progressively get to the worst. It's kind of like an iceberg.
Okay.
But we're going to start with Jinx. So, if you could be so kindly as to show us your 2XKO and to go to Jinx's combo trial. Because my whole philosophy is I don't want to just talk out of my butt. I don't want to just start making baseless claims and everyone is saying, oh, but have you actually played it? Have you actually tried it? Have you actually done X, Y, and Z? So instead of me just saying this, and that, I want to show you what I'm talking about so you understand where my frustration is actually coming from.
Right.
and where it can be frustrating for newer players who are trying to learn the character and they seem to really like the character. They want to know everything that they can do. But in any case, um, the combo trial is the expert, I believe, expert 4?
Okay, let me try to work this screen off here. That way I can actually properly show you.
Right, right. Okay, okay, okay. And of course, you don't actually have to complete the combo. You can if you want. You don't have to.
Yeah, it's just the premise of just like it showing.
All right. I just wanted to give y'all an understanding of, why certain things can be frustrating. Because the other examples that I have with this, because it's not an isolated example, is with Ahri. I know she's probably one of the easiest examples, but we'll get into Jinx first since she's my main, and then we can move over to Ahri. Again, I don't have her specific combos. I don't remember which one it is. I want to say it's some of her experts, but yeah.
Okay, that's the Discord thing. Hang on.
So the core lesson of this particular complaint is a lack of information. The combo trial does not tell you what you need to do in order to complete the combo. At face value, you have to go out of your way to look at the demo, which most people don't really want to do. They can. It may not seem like that big of a deal, but it also kind of is a big deal because even if you watch, because not everyone learns that way. Not everyone
Right.
learns watching the combo. You can watch something all day, but actually executing it, that's different. But if they're like actively showing you and telling you as you're playing the game, you know that's a bit easier for a lot of people. They're more hands-on experience.
All right. Hang
So
on
yeah,
one
a
second. I'm
lack of
still trying
information
to.
at face value.
Okay. Hang on. I'm still trying to get this shift underway here because it's not shifting like how I want it to.
It's all good.
Because Discord is sharing my screen right now. I wonder if it's the screen. No, no, no.
Shout out to OBS.
That's not it.
Also, sorry about my phone. It keeps going off.
Oh no, you're fine. All right, so let me. What I'm gonna do is, disengage screen share, and then I'm going to have you look here on stream side. 'Cause I wonder if it's disengaging that or it can't fully share that because of that's because it's locking that.
Okay. I might be a little delayed.
Yeah, that's okay. All right, and then chat for those of you guys out there lurking, let me know what you guys see. Windows
Currently, I
decision.
see,
Okay, that's lion.
uh, I see you on Twitter, and now I see Twitter, or not Twitter, I see your OBS and 2XKO in the background.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm trying to get rid of the OBS thing here, so that way.
Do you have another monitor?
No, no, it's all on one. It's all on one system.
Yeah, that would make things very difficult.
There's only enough space on my desk for the one, so that's why I had to pick one or the other.
You
My
need
second
to
monitor
invest
technically
in
is
a
my
bigger
phone.
desk. Yeah, you need to invest in a bigger desk.
There's not enough room here in the den for it.
Okay, then you need some smaller monitors or something. We gotta make something
Something.
work.
Something.
Because streaming with just one monitor is a nightmare. Trust me. I know. I know the struggle. It is a
Yeah.
nightmare to try
I
to
mean, I've
manage
made
all
it.
of that crap.
I mean, I've made it so far for the past like what 3 years now, 2 years, almost 3 years that I've been doing this. Annoying sometimes, yes,
Man.
but okay. Did the main bar go away?
Uh, it's still there. Your OBS. It shows your title, the screen, and all of
Combo
that.
trials.
2XKO is still in the background.
That's the thing. 2XKO's got to be in the foreground because the Lion tab is open right now on both my sections. So let me try again. It's overlaying application. Oh, this will work. Hang on. Okay, so the uh,
Oh,
okay, that'll do it.
I think
That's
that worked.
fine. Just had to change all the
Yep,
cylinders
there it
to it.
is.
Okay, so as you were saying,
So that means you can't share your screen now?
so let me try and re-engage that portion.
Oos. Let's see. What we looking at? Yep, alright. I'm locked in. I can see.
Excellent. All right.
Alright, so it is expert combo. It's either 3 or 4. I can't quite remember. I want to say it's 4.
Let's take a looky.
Let's take a looky. Alright, problem number 1.
All right, you got to guide me in because I
When
don't
you
know
look at this,
diddly squat about this shit.
exactly, you don't know anything, but the combo trial is supposed to teach you exactly what you need to do. So, just take a look at the combo, and what's the first thing you see? You see forward medium, right? Go ahead and try to press forward medium and see what happens. Nothing's happening, right?
Oh,
Yeah, you have to run. It
what the
doesn't tell
fuck,
you to do
bro?
that. That is a very different input from just forward medium.
That's really different.
That is very different. That is that's just problem number 1. Okay, that's problem number 1.
I see.
Problem
Hey,
number
Azula,
2,
thanks with the
you're
gifted.
probably not gonna make it to that part of the combo. But this combo, whenever you're seeing the back heavy into the air, oh my gosh, it is
Yeah,
very
someone did
choppy for
that
me.
combo with on me like on rank the other night, and I'm just like, what the hell is this?
Yep. This combo is very hyper specific. So
Chat, this is some
it's
hack,
very
some sped looking
timing
bomb.
dependent. They don't tell you that you have to delay certain things, like the back heavy into air 2S. that is a very like tight window because you have to do your air S as close as possible to the ground. Oh, and that jump, that wasn't a normal jump. That was a super jump. Yeah, if you do a normal jump and you
Now,
try to do your air whatchamacallit, your air rockets,
mhm,
it won't work because you're too low to the ground. But of course,
no,
the
no,
game doesn't tell you to do
no.
these things. They
I
just
will.
expect you to know them.
I will say though, as a in the parentheses, kind of gives some insinuation to the facet of another action going on as at the same time as the main action.
But when it just says air, people are just going to assume jump, just jump. But that's not what that means. There
No,
is a difference between a jump and a super jump. Even in I believe Melty Blood, they tell you when to super jump because that's a different input.
yes,
It's a completely different input. And it may not seem like it matters all that much, but it really does for someone who doesn't know anything about this game or anything about fighting games in general. What if this is their first fighting game and they have absolutely no idea that these characters can do these things? How are they supposed to know that? I
very
know for a fact
true.
I wouldn't. That's very annoying, at least to me. All
That's
right, but yeah, you can get out of here.
okay. Okay, what
The
about
next one. Oh, what's up?
looking at an advanced? We're looking at an expert. What's a
Well, I was gonna move over to Ahri because she has some stuff. This one's a bit more straightforward because, of course, the game doesn't tell you that she can do this. Let's try expert combo one because again, I don't exactly remember which one it is,
you'll know it when you see it.
but basically, uh, actually, I think this might just be a good example. I think so. Just at face value, this. Yes. Okay. So basically, the combo itself, you have to dash in order for the combo to work. Now, most characters in this game cannot air dash. So they wouldn't know that they need to do this with her. This is a unique trait that is to her and her alone.
Oh, I
Like
got you,
Ekko
Azula.
kinda has a dash.
I'll be in the background. I'll let you know how it goes. Trying to see if I can pick up another character.
Most characters cannot dash in the air. This is exclusive to Ahri. Ekko kind of has like a short hop, but it's not really a dash. And for these combos, again, they don't tell you that you need to dash in order for the combo to work. It's not the worst thing in the world, but I still have to mention that because newer players, they're not going to know to do this. They're not going to know how to do this.
No, no.
All right. Next character, Ekko. Oh Jesus Christ! This one grinded. This one grinded. Realm. So it's his effort combo 4, and this one especially grinded his gears because this is just blatantly wrong. So this is one of the first instances
Not
where
to
the
rewind
combo trial
air
itself is just wrong.
charged. Not to rewind charged with volatile after image. S1 to down rewind air char. Just show me this shit. I ain't got time to read all that shit. I ain't know what the hell that even is.
Did you even see what he did the first part of the combo?
Oh, this is that rank bombo bullshit.
So just looking at literally the first input of the combo, right? The
You're
very first input, it says
not
heavy
re.
into S2.
Yeah, how that's three
right?
different things happening here for that input to go off in the exact fashion to create the spacing to the follow up.
So heavy, you're not doing heavy, by the way, but it says you're doing heavy. You know, your heavy attack. Yeah, no, you're not doing heavy attack. Want to know what you're actually supposed to do?
No,
Run and do heavy. Yep, that's what you have to do. You have to run and do
oh,
heavy. Because just doing heavy is not that's a different move! That is a different move! Ah! It's stuff like that ticks me off beyond belief. Why would you present this to someone? Imagine how frustrated someone would be. They're pressing HS2 and the combo's not registering because they decided to press HS2 just like it tells them to. And then you start thinking, so wait, can I like air cancel? Like can I jump cancel my heavy? Right? Like if you just press the heavy, can you jump cancel the heavy? No, you can't do that. That's not a thing you can do. But it sure looks like you can because that's how it's presented to us. Right?
right.
And I think that's bad. All right. Next example is, um, we'll do an honorable mention. Vi.
Yes, chat. The Queen of Weave Nation.
So her expert combo, I believe, 3 and 4. Hey, actually, you could do any one of them, 3, 4, or 5. It doesn't really matter.
Let's take a look at number
It's her.
3.
It is her variable charge times, partially charged inputs. The problem is most people don't have that type of timing. So doing your, forward S1 into the L partially charged, that literally is your it's like Luke from Street Fighter. But the thing with Luke is that it gives a way better visual indicator that you actually have the proper charge. I think she has to charge the button for way too long. That's my problem with her. She has to hold the button so much longer in order for the effect to happen. So if you just do your forward S1 or your like forward weave into medium, you can see those variable timings. And if you hold it, oh, excuse me. If you hold it, you'll see that she gets like, a little bit of steam from her freaking punch, and then it will electrocute them, and it's more of like an electric punch. But the problem is, you can hold the button without actually getting that specific effect. And that's my problem. Why can you hold the button for that long before the effect actually happens? You see what I'm saying? It's
Yes.
weird timing. It's weird timing. It feels random. It feels variable. And it's because it is. We're human by nature. We're not going to be able to press it on the exact frame every single time. You got to give us some sort of leeway. But like I said, she's an honorable mention. Another honorable mention in this category is Teemo.
Oh, okay, you gotta keep doing the charge input, charge input, charge input. Okay, that's where the corner carry comes
Mm-hmm.
from in that regard. Yeah, that's super advanced on like trying to figure out like first you got to understand that she's like a charge like to optimize her is to make use or abuse properly her charges, and not everybody's gonna be like grasp that at face value consistently unless you come from she's a character on the roster right now that I think is like a good nod for the Tekken players. That way, if you're used to like electric wind god fists or to your
Mm-hmm.
KBDs, then that's the chick you want to go to. That basically just allows you to just keep getting in for free.
And I know I've said this with a lot of characters, but there's no like difference between a partially charged input and a fully charged input. They do the exact same damage. They have the exact frame data. The only difference is that you're holding it longer because
But if that's the case, then why are
like
they
it's
making it
just
sound
there.
like it's a totally different input?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Because that's literally what it sounds like. All right, you said
So yeah, I
Teemo.
think it is his. Yeah, I think it's his expert combo 3. I think. I'm pretty sure there are other examples, but we'll just go with his expert combo 3. But basically, um, it's his charge down heavy. So do his regular down heavy, and then do his charge down heavy, and you tell me if you could see the difference.
Yes, the charged one has a bit more of a juggle to it.
Okay, can you tell the difference visually when you are holding down the button?
Hang on. No,
Barely,
the
right?
startup
If at all.
the startup kind of looks the same. The extra lighting detail for the animation both look the same, and they come off at the same frame. There's no delay or there's no speed up for the input variations. So the only difference is just the active frames. Yeah, the only difference is just the active frames in the and or recovery frames. Everything when it goes to start off, both versions look exactly the same.
And that's the problem. You can't tell. You cannot tell from visually looking at your character if you are holding it long enough for your charged input to happen. Because just charge down heavy for just a little bit, just a tiny bit, and you'll see where that frustration comes. And now just press the button normally. Like just do down heavy. It's the exact same move. You just held it for a little bit, and it's still the
Wait a
exact same
minute.
move.
Whoa. Hang on. The regular version doesn't push you back. The charge version creates pushback.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be able to notice that until after it's too late. You see the difference?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you've already done the move, but when you are in that moment, you can't you don't know when to let go of the button. There is no visual indicator until after you have let it go or let it
Let's
rock.
let's take a look. What about the
Because
button itself?
with Luke, what made his like interesting, like you see that, like that looked like the exact same move to me. That looked like the exact same ability.
It did. If I didn't know any better to charge it or just do the base input in order to actually optimize there, the combo looks complete and or incomplete at the same time.
And that's the problem with just look at the combo. You can't, because even looking at it, it looks like the exact same move. We know it's not. We know it's not the same move, but it looks like the same move. It feels like the same move because they both happen extremely quickly.
Right.
And that's, in my opinion, I just feel like that's a big problem for people who are trying to learn this character and or learn the game.
Yeah, that's a huge visual excursion.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because usually with charged characters, there's supposed to be a difference in the charge inputs. That's how you know there's different properties.
And audio cues. There's no audio cue until after it happens. With Luke, there's an audio cue, there is a visual cue. Like, you see the flash in his knuckle to get that perfect. You hear, because every time he will say perfect, just like with Guile, every time you get a perfect boom, he will say perfect. These are audio, cues that you did the proper move.
Hang on, am I trying to? I have the audio turned down. Vaguely. There's vaguely an audio cue.
But it's not the same audio cue, at least not from, when I was busting my head
It's not this. It's
against
not the
this
same.
combo.
What? You,
Maybe that's just a me thing, but either it could be a voice line that he says every single time he is holding down the button versus when he's not doing it. This is why Street Fighter works the way that it does. They scream out their moves.
yeah, over
It
there. Yeah.
sounds dumb, but it's actually to help you understand what you are doing.
Ideally, that's what it's supposed to do. So again, I think that this comes with the misrepresentation of charged characters.
And nearly everyone in this game is a charged character.
Not everybody.
Nearly.
Yeah, what?
Because everyone has variable charging like normals.
Wait a minute. Actually, no, that is partially true. I think for some characters, they're I'm trying to think how to explain it. For some characters, um, I think they have like subtle charge pivots in order to help create plus frames for different situations or for different assists, as opposed to different characters that are just charged based characters or have more
Oh,
charge
well.
based moves in their kit.
Right, that's what I meant. Like, because I know there's a distinction. When I say charge character, I'm talking about holding down the attack button, not the um, directional button. Because
Yes.
Street Fighter characters.
Yeah, because
I do need to make that distinction.
yeah, because when I think charge based
They
characters, I
have the
think of
Luke
moves that
effect.
usually are charging inputs in order to progress damage or to do more stuff with damage, not so much or even defense or spacing. Not something where
Mm-hmm.
their whole kit is this thing, but they also just have a charged input. They one thing about their kit has a charge pivot to it for some reason.
Right, a charge heavy. Right, charge heavy is on everyone, and
Correct.
a lot of characters rely a lot more on their charge heavy than other characters. But the fact that nearly everyone has that and they are variable timings, like charged heavy versus partially charged heavy, these are not good. Like, when you see HH into charged down heavy,
It's 400.
that will not work. Because if you try to do it, like right here, it won't work. Again, just another example of,
Again, that visual
you
the
know,
visual excursion.
misidentifying, right? Misidentifying what you should be doing with these buttons.
Right.
This is not down heavy charged. This is down heavy partial charge. Because we have already seen that this is a pretty consistent thing across multiple characters, and that there is a difference between all of them.
Right.
At
Let me
least
see.
different enough for it to be mentioned.
Gotcha. Oh, hey. What's going on, Realms? What's going
Um,
on?
what happened to your stream?
It still says that I'm streaming.
Am I bugging? Am I bugging? Hold on. I'm
Yeah, it still
on
shows.
an
It
ad
still
right now.
says that
Hold
I'm
on.
streaming.
It could just be me. Like I said, it probably could have just been me.
Possibly. Yeah, Realms. I am still streaming if it shows me.
Alright. That's cool. That's cool. So, Twitch just hates me. Cool.
No, no. Hang on. Let me see here. It's
No, it did turn off? Oh. I'm not bugging? Okay, so it turned off and turned back on. Okay. It just said screw you for a little bit.
wait. So it did that? Let me check my process. If not, I can go ahead and I can quickly turn stream off and then turn it back on. That's no biggie.
I mean, you're fine now. Like you're here. We see you. Yeah, you're still good. You're still alive.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it just
Yeah.
did its. Okay, it just did its own. Okay, so I just got to go back and
It just did
put
its
back.
own thing.
It was just doing its own thing, pretty much. Yeah.
All right. Next character. This is one of the most egregious I've ever seen. I showed Realm this yesterday, so he already knows exactly what I'm talking about with how stupid this game is. I
Yeah.
believe it is
Realms.
combo trial. Was it two? Expert two or three for Caitlyn?
Let's take a look here. Experto
Like I said,
dos.
it's been kind of a minute, so you're gonna have to forgive me.
No, you good. So we're all going down memory lane here in order to figure this out.
Okay, it is not this one. Let's try combo trial three.
Okay.
Also,
Hold
I
on.
hate that they chose the model of Jinx because she's so thin.
I mean, I
She has a
guess.
very small hurt box compared to other characters.
I guess they went for the more. I don't know which version they went for. I mean, either way, I mean, she's there for the simps, so
I guess.
I don't know what model she is. I mean, I'm sure there's probably an older version of her, but I mean, this one here, while still, I guess.
No, I'm just saying, like for the practice dummy, they made
Oh,
her, the practice dummy. She's a thin character. She's a very small character
yeah,
in
she's one of those
comparison to some of the
characters.
bigger characters.
She's one of those characters that you have to kind of fine tune your combo for because of small hurt boxes.
Right. She got a lady hurt box.
Yeah.
Um. Yes, this is the combo. So this combo doesn't look that bad, right? It's like, well, what's possibly that bad with this one? So Caitlyn, as you may or may not know, she has a unique mechanic where she can aim her button. So if you do your S1, you can, aim it up and down, and as you're holding it, it will eventually become a charged version, since you are literally aiming it up or down. And of course, you could do this in the air, and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's what I kind of like about her because she gives a free range to the type of creativity, despite the massive landing lag it may generate. It allows you to have a lot of creativity in her confirmed game.
Absolutely. And I'm all for it. I don't mind that she has this, combo. But the thing is about this combo is that it's just wrong. So if you do her air partially charged, I mean, if you don't actually mind trying this combo, because I don't think it's the most difficult thing in the world. And once you make it to that, partially charged, um, it's a weird input. It's a weird input because it's not just air S1. I know this seems like hyper specific, but it's not the same button.
Oh, I got it. Hang on.
Have you figured out what you needed to do?
There we go. Yeah, partially charged. So partially charged allows you to get enough time while you're airborne to aim down.
Uh, kinda. So here's the thing. Jump in the air and just do your partially charged input and just aim it downwards. Now, press the same thing except press down S1. Those are two different moves, by the way. So if you just do S1 in the air, right? Just regular S1, and you hold the button, and you, like I said, you can aim it up or down when you're doing that. Does that make sense? So
It
like you
does.
start from a neutral position and then you aim it up or downwards.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the thing is, that is a completely different move from the one that you're actually supposed to do. I know that sounds a little confusing because of how her mechanic works, but basically, instead of pressing S1 and then pressing down to aim it towards them, you're just pressing down S1 in the air. That is what you are actually doing for the combo to register. That's a problem because that is not what it tells you to do.
Okay.
And if you don't believe me, you can obviously test it for yourself, or you can look at the demo and you'll see his inputs. He is aiming downwards first, like he's pressing the down button with S1 instead of pressing S1 and then down. You
Yeah,
see that?
yeah, that's two different inputs for
Yeah.
the for the same initial reader. That's both the inputs.
Mm-hmm. And that's a different move entirely.
Yeah.
That's not good, in my opinion. If you're gonna tell me to do a different move, then tell me to do that move. Don't tell me to say S1. Say down S1 in the air because that's what it is. That is a different move. It's a different move entirely, and it does something different. It hits at a much steeper angle, and no one's gonna know what they did wrong. I did this combo like 5 times because I thought I was messing it up. I'm just like, am I not holding it enough? Is it not registering me holding the button enough? But no, I'm just doing the wrong move entirely.
Mm,
That is an issue.
very. Okay, I see what you mean. And Realms, I'll
Now,
take it
the
this was
final,
the same combo.
the final one is the most egregious because it has absolutely everything that it embodies everything that I hate about this game.
All right, lay it on me. This was expert. What was that?
5. Mm-hmm. This is the most, and I can't even exaggerate, the most hyper specific combo I have ever seen in a video game.
So a sped
If you are too
bombo. I
far
got you.
away, so we'll break the combo down, one by one. So what you're initially supposed to do is obviously jump into the air and aim towards them, and then immediately press S2. So you're not doing the down variation this time. You're just doing the regular variation, and then you're aiming it downwards. Yep. So whenever you see her flash red like that, You got to do the neutral version. So instead of just pressing down, yeah, that's the one you got to do. So, but here's the thing: if you're too close, the hit interaction with S2 would just knock her straight to the ground, and you can actually test that when you get close to her, like a little bit closer. If you can, if you can get it off. It's a little weird, but basically, it'll just knock her straight to the ground, which is not what you want. You want to keep her in the air. But if you're too far away, then the air just miss. Like the air S2, it just misses entirely because you're too far away. It's weird,
There it
right?
is.
Even you
Okay,
just
so
trying to
it's
get that first hit,
yeah,
it's
just to get those
already
first
freaking difficult.
just to get those first two to hit. You're talking about a situationally specific optimal.
Yep. And that's just the first two hits of the combo. Now, if you can somehow get past that hurdle, that air S2 partially, or that air H that's partially charged, yeah, you have to super jump just to make it to the opponent. And here's the thing about the super jump. You have to start charging it at a specific time because her air charge heavy is actually quite fast compared to like other characters. She doesn't need to hold it for very long for it to be a charged input. Like if you want just regular heavy, you have to tap it. Otherwise, you can just charge it for like a half a second and you're already getting the charged heavy. That could be a quality of life. It's a bit tricky of timing, but because of that, you have to know that variable. Boom, boom, super jump, boom, boom. So we haven't even made it to this part of the combo because this one is again I
Yeah, it's
have to
all this
break it
charge shit.
down.
All this
I
charge
have to
shit.
break it. I have to break it down because you don't know what's happening. So once you make it to the air partially charged heavy, and then you make it to the S2, like the air S2,
Yeah.
you have to be as low to the ground as possible. I wish I could show you some of my attempts to show you just how finicky that input is. So you essentially have to be as low to the ground as possible with your air medium and then immediately go into down medium. Sometimes that misses because they're too high up. But let's say that you somehow make it to the medium. Now you're trying to do your forward S1 into light, medium, or heavy. That's our slide.
And I take it the slide happens predominantly on the ground, or you have to like have like a running charged input on the ground.
The slide itself stays on the same side. So if you actually do S1 on its own, it will cross them up. Like if you just press S1 on its own, it'll get them to the other side. Like you'll just go on the other side. You steal the corner and all that stuff. But if you do S1 and then a button, you stay on the same side and you slide. But here's the problem with that. With this combo in
Okay.
particular, it is very easy to miss the slide entirely. So, again, we're trying to break it down one by one. Let's say that you made it past, the air medium and down medium because you got to hit the ground. When you do your forward S1 into slide, one of two things can happen. The slide will completely miss and you'll just go on the other side, or the slide will hit, but she will recover in the air. So if you actually do S1 into slide real quick,
All right, hang on 1 second.
because I know I'm doing a whole bunch of talking,
No, you're fine. Hang on. I stepped
and
away from my
I
prompt
want
real
to be able
quick.
to show them.
What?
Oh, nah, it's okay.
do this shit.
But yeah, chat. S1 into slide. That is supposed to be like, a pretty decent knockdown to allow you to OTG with your S2,
Yeah.
down S2. And, off of just a straight hit, it works fine. So whenever when Rob comes back, he can show y'all what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Anyway, as we
All right.
wait for
All
Rod.
right. I'm back at the prompt now. What's the input I'm looking for or looking at?
So first, just do forward S1 because that yep. You see
Whoa,
how it
wait, whoa,
crosses them
whoa,
up?
whoa, wait. What the hell?
Yep. You steal the corner. You can steal the corner from that. So if you just do forward S1, you will just cross them up. And if you press S1 again, you'll do your shot. Like you'll do an actual shot. But just S1 by itself, or the forward S1 by itself, is just a roll. But if you press forward S1 into a button, you stay on the same side and you do a slide instead. So you stay on the same side.
Oh,
But
this
here's
shit
the
has a
problem with
lot of
that.
mobility with this shit. So one button has two, three, possible four different uses depending upon if you hold it or not.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
Okay, that's more of a technical pivot than I thought.
Yeah, she's a very technical character. But the thing is, all of her stuff is inconsistent, and I hate that. I hate how very
What's
inconsistent
the
some of her hit
point?
interactions are.
No wonder people thought that she was. No wonder people thought that she's bad at a higher level. She's got all this shit that just says, "Okay, I can do it all, but can I do it all consistently?"
Exactly. If she was more consistent, I do think she would be one of the better characters. But the fact that her execution requires literal frame perfect inputs, no one's playing that. I'm sorry. No one's doing that. But yeah.
No.
Um so if you do forward S1 into your slide, basically if you just do your slide, um it should do a, pretty decent knockdown. So um forward S1 slide should literally just bring her to the ground. Like she shouldn't be able to attack in the air, right? That
Right.
should just be the hit interaction. Even if she's in the air, that's what's supposed to happen. But if you do S2 after that, right? Because that's what you're supposed to do. Or excuse me, down S2. That's your cake time. So I know it's a bit tricky because it's just a lot to remember. But forward S1, um, kick or whatever slide into her down S2. That's just a natural combo that she should be able to do every time. So if you could show that off real quick,
What is it now? The
forward S1, light punch or whatever punch you choose into down S2. Cake time. Yep, cake time. It's an OTG. So basically, you're just sliding into OTG.
Oh, okay. Hang on.
You look like you're having fun with this character.
Actually, the character I thought about for a minute. It's just when I got a chance to actually sit in lab for a little bit, I just didn't. No.
You actually have a lot more time than you think. There you go. Because that picks them up off the ground. But
Mm,
once you somehow make it to that part of the combo, right? This is where things get stupid, right? You right?
all right.
You ready? You have to do partially charged heavy, and this one actually matters. You have to do partially charged heavy
Oh,
because
for the
trying to
comp.
do it any longer, any longer, you're gonna just miss, or she's gonna block it. So just do down S2 into your charged heavy, and try to charge it for as long as you can. See if it will even hit. So because you did it wrong, that's why it would most likely work. But in the middle of a combo, the damage scaling or the hit stun is extremely high at that point in time. So you only have so much time. When I say you have to charge it for like I think 14 frames, I really do mean you have to charge it for like 14 frames. It's very small. So you saw how you charged it for like 57 frames there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to bring that down to like a cool 13 or 14. And that's tricky, bro. Yeah, you got to hold it even smaller than that. Even a little bit more than that. So you did 18, right? That's
Right.
that's what I mean by you have to hold it for so fast. 17, but that's how you have to do it consistently in the combo. And you already know you can't just start charging heavy immediately after you've done your S2. You feel how weird that timing is? Very, very weird. And you have to do that extremely quickly.
I don't know.
But yeah, so if you somehow made it to this part of the combo, the partially charged heavy, you're not supposed to do S1 and S1 just yet. Oh no. Because, the game just loves to misinform you in things that you need to do. So, what you're actually supposed to do is partially charged heavy into your fully charged, because I don't know why this says partially charged, S2, down S2. So, if you just press S2, you get cake time. If you hold down the button, you get cake time, but she throws it a little bit farther. I don't know what they mean when they say partially charged. I don't know the difference. Because she bounces herself back every time,
Yeah. So I hold it lightly, hold it the whole way.
right?
Right. Because I thought it was going to
What
be
like what
like a farthest input thing or something like out of like how NRS does it with the way when I'm looking at this, where you can kind of control it a little bit, but you can't. But it only goes but so far in front of her.
See, and here's my thing about it. If they really wanted to give her those type of variations, make um down back S2, the closed version, down S2, the medium version, forward S2, the far version. It's consistent. Consistency is the key here.
That would be like really good, and yeah, that would add to like valid consistency for that rhythm because it's a part of a rhythm.
And it's not like you need to hold the button. Like, it's the same frame data. You're just throwing it slightly farther. Whoa, big whoop. It doesn't do any damage, like any extra damage. But
No.
yeah, so anyway, the point I'm trying to make, besides the partially charged, is that you have to do partially charged heavy into partially charged down S2 before you do S1 S1. See, she threw the cupcake and then she shot them. You saw how dumb that was, right?
Vastly.
I know Jinx has a combo like that where she has to throw a button or she has to throw a trap out first before it registers as an attack. I do not enjoy that. I don't remember which one it is, but I do not enjoy, you know, that sort of hit interaction. The hit interaction in this game is very uncomfortable to play.
Yes, because if you don't know, which some people like will and won't know, you're always in a scramble situation, or it feels like you're always in a scramble situation, even when you have control.
Yep. And keep this in mind too. The key difference, she is standing perfectly still. She is in the correct spot that she needs to be in order for you to do this combo.
Hmm.
If she was slightly farther back, or if she was too close to you, or if you were too close to her, or you were slightly farther back, this combo does not work. Or if she was even in the air, she's too high up. You can't do the combo. She's too high up. You see the problem? Even her standing perfectly still, you can't do the combo consistently. This is not a viable combo. This is not a good combo. It's not a fun combo. It can look cool on the surface.
I mean,
Awesome,
it's
cool.
like the
No
least
one is doing this.
fun. It's the least fun opti ever made by the character.
And the craziest part is that this isn't even optimal. That's the sad part. I'm pretty
It's
sure
more
there
than
are
half
much
health
easier
before we
things
even
to
got the
do.
super. Oh, I'm sure there is.
I'm pretty sure there's more there is, or more to do. Even if this is like an extreme optimal,
Hold on.
why is it
You gotta get
mid
those
screen
tag
only?
babies to get those tag babies to break the game. I'm pretty sure they found something just as viable as this, or something that can do just as much damage or close to it, without all this extra charged positional shit.
Like this is such a hyper specific combo. Absolutely no one is doing this. I'm
No.
sorry. If I see someone do this in tournament, I will eat my words. I will.
Hey, I say kudos.
But I do not see this happening.
No. I'm gonna take a look at it at some point
Like
just to watch a Tampa 2X KO just to see what it looks like.
Ekko and Yasuo.
No,
Maybe sometimes Ahri.
no, not those three twats. No, I'm talking about just variety. We're gonna go Caitlyn hunting.
She's hunting wabbits.
And she is looking like a hot Elmer Fudd.
I don't like Caitlyn, even in the show.
What was she like in the show? She feels she's like a policewoman.
A very abusive person. She is the biggest gaslighter to Vi, and Vi just takes it. And Vi is just like, oh, but she's so good. Vi is such a sellout, bro.
But what do you feel about the what the new characters are going to try to bring in for the next season, the next chapter for the video game? Do you think that they're going to offer something that can help to clean up like the online experience, or help to clean up the divisive presentation,
Do I
um
think
or do
they'll
you
do
think
anything? No. Do I hope so? Absolutely. But I don't think it's going to change. There's too many problems. There's too many problems to address with the game. And I don't know which one they're going to even try to tackle. They don't even know their own identity.
well, we're still trying to
So,
see if we can figure
I don't
that out
know.
as we go. And it's like what kind of identity the game could potentially have.
A 1v1. But
That
that's
would be
too late now.
nice. But yeah, it's too late for it to commit to that now.
I think the game should be exclusively a 2v2 where you have to play with a friend. Very similar to any Call of Duty game
Yeah.
or like Fortnite or something.
Okay. Okay. I see. I see.
But to try to at least end it off on some good news. Avatar fighting game. I want to play it. I want to play it. I want to play it. I want to play the game. Invite
As do
me,
I. Oh my
please.
gosh, this beta has the new alpha that was going through. So for those guys that don't know, at the end of Black History Month, so they had another closed alpha that went live. I didn't even know that this was happening until like the day of it happening. I just wish that there was
Mhm.
more publicity for this going off because there's a lot of people that I know. Hey, what do you know? There's a lot of people that didn't get into the beta, myself included, and Clem included, that wanted to definitely go in and try to enjoy the game in terms of them adding updates to the new game since the first closed beta at the end of 2025, and them also introducing Toph to the roster because they introduced her as the one of the characters is going to be on the base roster characters.
And then, if y'all don't know, check my Twitter profile picture. It's tough.
That it
It's
is.
been tough for years. I don't even
And
know
then
if you'll be able
chat
to
got
find it.
to yeah. So when they went into
Oh, look at that!
yeah,
Y'all
they
know it's
cleaned up a
cool.
lot of this menu.
Bro, look at the art!
The art
How
is
can
like
you
one of the
tell me
best
this
things
game
that
looks like a
Desmond
Flash
does.
game, bro?
Yeah,
How does this look like a Flash game?
they're looking at the engine, which if the engine looks like that, then it should be on a cleaner it's on a cleaner presentation first of all to allow more fluid updates for stuff that they're going to probably do later on and long term for the game. Here is what I'm actually
Mhm.
looking at here because everything here, because it's hand drawn, feels innovative and it feels original.
It does. Like, Hunter x Hunter, they were throwing too much stuff out in the open. It was too hard to follow. This game is easy to follow. You got light, medium, and heavy, and you got flow. That is your entire move kit. And
I'll take that.
if you want to do
That's
EX moves, you press 2 buttons. If you want to do your super, you press 3 buttons. That's it. That is your entire move list. Good job.
that's
Very
actually pretty simple.
stupidly easy to understand.
Okay, I like that.
But
That
just
is
because
very
it's
simple.
stupidly easy to understand, it still has its complexities. Because as you can see, every single character is different. No one plays the exact same at all. Aang and Korra are both avatars. They play completely different. Zuko, he plays different from Katara. You would think that Katara is a zoner, right? No, she can kind of zone, but not really. She's a slapper. She slaps the crap out of you. Toph is a bruiser. She's not a command grab character, but she's a bully character. They all have something that's unique to them, and they all feel well. At least from what I've been hearing, they all feel really good to play.
Right.
And I want to play it. I want to play it so bad. I want to play it so bad. I want to play it. They have
They
old
still
lady
have to.
Toph as a color.
That I found funny. That was actually pretty good on them to do that.
That was the cutest thing I've ever seen. I love it. I hope they can add costumes to this game. I'm sure they probably won't because of the fact that it's hand drawn. But if
It's
they
possible.
can, I'm pretty sure if the game gets enough like buys, oh my god, they're gonna make so much money to just support more into this game because this is an indie game, by the way. Don't know if
Yeah,
y'all knew this.
this is an indie
20
game.
people. 20
Small
people.
production
That's
team.
it. Hmm. They are the same people who made um, Avatar the RPG.
Good game.
They they were either the highest or the second highest funded um, indie group when it comes to RPGs of all time.
Okay, then they got some good lineage under the belt coming into this IP project.
Oh, look at this! She looks so cool.
If it
Oh
looks
my
good,
gosh,
I
she
see
looks
it.
so cool.
Yeah,
They
I'm
did
just
so
curious on
good
the
with
float,
Toph, bro. She's so expressive.
which I think is good because a video game that allows a good deal of expressive nature allows for creativity to flow and function generally. It's
You
true.
said
Avatar
flow.
series is set in a post-apocalyptic future.
I have not seen
Yeah.
anything about the Seven Havens. I don't know jack about that.
I don't know what new stuff I can tell you other than the fact that it's just happening in a new generation. Korra, I believe, is either still alive or it's her direct successor nonetheless. And it's just trying to
Well,
follow the
if it
flow
is a
states
new
of between the
avatar, then she's
government
dead.
and okay. And it's just trying to follow the flow states between like trying to reconnect the avatar lines alongside general world order to pick up from the fallings from Korra's initial generation during her reign in as the Avatar.
Right.
Because a lot of shit, well, I don't gotta tell you that, but I mean, a lot of shit came full circle and went to shit even more because of her. So, kudos.
Why am I so bad at being good?
Because, sweetie, I mean, you look good, but you
Yo,
just
I need her in
bad.
that game. Hold on.
Yeah, no, I
Can
mean,
you, can you scroll
in
back
terms
up
of
a little
Korra,
bit? Yeah. What's her name? Genova? Geneva?
oh, that's oh shit, what's her name?
She needs to be in this game, bro.
I agree. Jinora is that's what's his name's oldest daughter. I can believe she's going to be in the game. This is Kuvira. That's who it was.
Kavira. Yeah, nah, she
Kuvira, I
got
could
it,
definitely.
bro. She got it. She got it. That's all I can say is she got it.
Yeah,
Like I would love to see a fight between her and Azula. They feel like very similar characters with how they present themselves in like combat.
yeah. With
Like
the
you got it,
creativity is
bro.
all in them using the elements to their advantage in the field, and still progressively being the aggressor in battle.
Hmm. Bro, what is that top picture? Wait.
What this one?
That is so funny.
It's I don't know who thought of this
What
shit, but that's like
that's her standing heavy attack. It's just
there's
her so having a freaking boulder.
that's so unnecessarily expressive about trying to pick something up, but that's
Oh, oh, I love this game. I want to play it so bad because like it's not. You could tell they put a lot of love into it. It has a great balance of like it's serious enough to take seriously, but like God, it's so funny.
yeah, it's supposed to be fun. It has layers of fun to it, which I want it. I want to figure it out. I want to lab it. I want to see what makes it fun.
I love that Toph in her idol stance. Like obviously you see her iconic, pose, but like every now and then she'll do like a small little giggle, and I'm just like, oh, that's so cute. Like she'll do a smile and just kind of giggle. Like she's having a good time. She's having a good time. Angus having a good time. I don't know about Katara. Korra's definitely having a great time. Zuko is being Zuko. It makes sense for him to be serious. But like, I just can't wait to see like Azula. So I'm calling it now. Um, she's gonna have a Ty Lee assist or a Mai assist. I'm thinking Ty Lee.
So Sokka,
She's gonna have
Azula.
a or a support, I should say, not assist. She's gonna have a Iroh assist, not Iroh, Ozai, an Ozai assist. You know what?
Oh,
She
okay.
might have an Iroh. I'm
We'll see.
surprised
Because
that Zuko doesn't have an Iroh assist.
yeah, it would make sense for Zuko to have the Iroh and Azula to have Ozai if they wanted to keep it like technical.
Right.
Because the uncle
Ooh,
pushes the
Sokka.
nephew just as much as the father pushes the daughter.
Right.
What this should have
He's
What did
gonna
Sokka?
have either the Moon Spirit or Suki. One of them is gonna be his assist.
Yeah.
For
So this
sure.
is a
I think
5.
his
Sokka is
father
going to be
is gonna be a good
6.
assist.
Azula is going to be 7. And so there's still 5 other characters on the horizon here. So
You
possible
got
ones.
Suki, Bolin, Boomy, that
That's the
other
thing.
character from
As we still get closer to this, we still haven't ruled it. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I don't even know how that roster is really going to look here, like in terms of like a character wheel presentation. But there's 7 characters total that are like confirmed right now. Because Sokka and Azula were already confirmed from the very first trailer. And then Toph was one
yeah.
of the newest ones that's confirmed as also as a part of base roster. That's 7. So at least 5
All right.
left. I still think at least 2 others of those 5 are going to be from Korra's era.
So it's either gonna be one of her allies or one of her villains.
Which, if they want to give it one for one, I say one for an ally could be Bolin, and then the enemy I would say could be Amon.
Amon.
Bloodbender, very first arc.
Or Zaheer, bro. Zaheer is so
Damn.
good.
Oh my god, that would be really really good. Z, I didn't
Or
even think about Zaheer.
Tenzin.
Tenzin too. Damn, but
Because Tenzin could literally have like his assist could literally be like his daughter.
yeah, could be Jinora.
It could be
There's a couple ways to go about that because if
Aang.
they put because they do because if they put him in, then that means Jinora could be a background character, or if they put Jinora, that means that Tenzin could be a background character.
Right. That's what I was thinking. Because
Oh,
if
I
they
didn't even
add
think of older Aang,
Amon, you gotta think of like who would be his support characters.
which I think for him will probably be his daughter, either his daughter or his father, because he spent a lot of time trying to live up to his father's reputation. So it makes sense that his father would probably be his biggest fan, alongside his daughter, and then the daughter basically succeeded him in terms of leading the Wind Nation.
Tenzin or Amon?
No, I was talking about k- brain work. I'm talking about Jinora succeeding Tenzin in leading the Wind Nation. With
Oh
Amon,
yeah, she's the youngest airbender. Like she is the youngest master airbender, even like including Aang.
yeah,
She was not even 12 by the time she got her arrows, which
uh,
is insanely impressive.
definitely. But if they pick Amon, I don't know. Because his brother
Yeah, that's a problem.
would make sense. Because his brother, who was also a bloodbender, he was a politician in the main city. I, d- I don't know how I would look at that one. That's a hard one. Because like because the villains have to have there has to be accuracy so far. I think well so far from what I've seen
Zaheer,
there
I
has to be
think,
a
would
sense of
probably be one of the
accuracy.
best ones because like he has the Red Lotus.
Oh yeah, that could do that. They could literally put in the Red Lotus in the background for that for him. Zahir could definitely work. So between Zahir or Amon, both of them are logical, but if you have to pick one, I would.
I mean, I wouldn't
I
mind Kuvira. Give me her every day. Oh my gosh,
I want
she's so
Kuvira.
cool.
I want Kuvira, but I just feel like Kuvira is going to be DLC is my thing.
That could work. That's fine. That's fine.
But
If they added someone like Suki, they could do the Kyoshi Warriors. They could do Kyoshi herself, and it gotta be someone that's like close to them. You know what I'm saying? Like someone that like is a big impact in their lives. I guess we can make predictions on who the assist characters will be for Sokka and Azula, because we know it's at least going to be three people.
It
So
is.
for
So you
Azula,
can make your picks, and
I'm
I'll try and see if I can
thinking
make mine when I sit back down.
for Azula, I am thinking um Ozai is definitely going to be one of them.
Okay.
The second one, um, Ty or Mai, and
Okay.
the third one. This is where it's tricky because it could be a couple of people. It could be her mom,
Who's mom?
Azula's.
Oh, they never really properly introduced the mother figure in the series. They just talked about like they never even mentioned what happened to her. They were gonna do that in the first episode, and then they kind of just like parodied that shit. Now I was like so blown that they couldn't have just said like given us a snippet of that, like fed and helped to feed the lore a little bit more accurately.
Two things could have been implied. Either she was hallucinating, or her mom ran away, or like either her mom ran away, or her mom is dead. We just
Right.
don't know.
And for those of you guys out there, check it out. There's a lore expert that actually took the time to delve into like the premise of Azula and Zuko growing up and a lot of the mother's history that Ozai didn't delve into upon their birthright succeeding the throne.
Right.
Like a lot of it's speculation, but he also puts it together from some of the comics and whatnot that they come together with. His stuff is pretty damn good. Like it I could believe it. I'll leave the link down below in the section.
But who do you think? I know Ozai for sure is going to be one of her assists, but it gotta be some like two other people or things. It doesn't even necessarily have to be like a person. It could be an animal.
Uh that's the thing. Not a lot of them also have like animals or whatnot with them that can help be like a guide or a guider for their. I heard you. That can help be a support system. But if I have to pick the last few myself, I could pick.
Oh, it could be. Oh, it could be.
Um,
What's his name? That we saw into the beginning, General Zhao
General Zhao. Which era?
from Book One. Him being a very out there Fire Nation soldier. Because here's the thing with Toph. The reason why most of her like people like the boulder and the hippo and badger mole, the
Yeah, all of them are
boulder,
Rock
I mean,
Nation
we know
people.
why it's the boulder. We know why the boulder.
Now you see, he's a dude
Everyone
that I
loves
would
the
love to
boulder.
see. He's a dude I would love to see as like a main grappler here. He could be a first round DLC pick for all I know. But all those are Earth Nation based people, and so it makes sense.
Right. And badger mold is a big part of her life because that's how she learned earthbending. And then the hippo, I mean, I don't know. She doesn't have a great connection with the hippo specifically,
Oh no,
but
it's
he
just
was
the
in
fact that the
that
hippo is the hippo.
bunch.
Yeah, he's of that
Right.
group.
He was in that bunch. And because if we're working off of that logic with Toph, we could probably get a better understanding of what they might do with Azula. That's why I mentioned Zhao, because he is a pretty prominent Fire Nation soldier.
Okay, those guys out there that know
Also,
of General
again, Ty
Zhao, let me
Lee.
know.
But yeah, that's kind of where I'm going with that. For Sokka, I think I have the three that's going to be. One, it's got to be his father. Either his father or Baji, the one that taught him how to um well, not really taught, but evaluated him for the boat, having to manage the boat. You remember that scene? he had to command Katara and Aang to navigate through those crushing waters. So it could be either of them. The next one is either Suki or the Moon Spirit.
I was just gonna get ready to think about that because if it's for Sokka, prominently, I for this type of thing, I feel like the Moon Spirit would be accurate over Suki, and if the Suki's an actual character, then it would make sense for it to be either him or the Kyoshi Warriors. That would be like a background assist.
Oh, 100%, 100%. The third one is his sword master. It has to be him.
Oh yeah,
There's no way. I refuse to have him as not an assist. He is
yeah,
such a massive part of his life.
right.
But yeah, those are my picks for Sokka. Yo, I really want Kuvira, bro. I could actually see what's this? Korra's uncle on the right. I could see him having two people. Um, his first person can just be similar to Korra. Instead of Rava, the light one, he can have the dark one as like a variation, the dark avatar.
Hmm.
He can have the two twins that we saw as his avatar or as his variation. I don't know what a third one would be for him. I just I don't know. Amon, bruh. Oh my gosh. He was terrifying. But I just don't know what he would have as like support characters that are like close to him. Zaheer, I'm pretty sure he would just have all of the members of the Red Lotus.
That would kind of make sense
So,
because he was a loner pacifist, so it makes sense that it would just mainly be just those that were the closest to him that would be the only ones he would fall back on.
mm-hmm. Like Combustion Girl, right?
Yep,
Or yeah, I
combustion
think it was
girl,
Combustion Girl.
the
You
ice
had Lava
goddess
Hands.
that was literally born with no hands, and so her water bending is literally her hands.
Yep, 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 yep. And then you had
Combustion
was he?
lady.
He was a lava bender, right? I can't quite remember. But he would fall back on those three. I know that for a fact for Zaheer. You could just type in the Red Lotus and just see all the members.
Oh, okay, hang on.
Oh, he was yeah, he was the Earthbender. He was a lava bender. So that's Zaheer. You had Combustion Girl. You got the Water Girl, and then you had him. He was the lava bender. I remember now.
Gotcha. Okay.
He was dangerous. Yeah, he could definitely fall back on all three of them. That's literally just his three assists. If he were in the game, and it makes sense too. I think he was probably the most popular character that was a villain. I think he is the best written villain in Korra, especially over Amon, because he's the one that literally put her in a wheelchair. Zaheer put the Avatar in a wheelchair. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like there's a lot that came out of this. Like Zahir is honestly a shoe in for on well for this one here. A member here for the anime commission, even though this isn't an anime, made a really good post outline here about why he thinks Zahir is probably like one of the best written villains on that show because of the long term ideology that he set out to do that still worked after he lost. He actually still kind of reshaped the nation. Let's take a look at this, and we'll take a look
Putting Jett in
in
the game, that actually would work
Jet,
because he
Jet,
has a
Jet,
lot of
Jet,
people
Jet,
that he could
Jet,
fall
Jet,
back on.
Jet, Jet, Jet. Oh, just what is it? The girl's boy interest. I can't think of the name. Jet.
Jett was cool weapons, so I won't lie.
Hang on. Jet
Yeah,
Avatar. I gotta
he.
educate myself real quick.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
my
okay.
boy.
Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha.
So one of his assists or his support would be Smeller B. That's the girl with I believe the bow and arrow.
I believe that is right.
Like literally just his crew, right? It would literally just be his crew members. So I guess you could just look up Jett's party, Jett's
Yeah,
members.
Smellerbee and
I don't really
Longshot.
know how to. Smellerbee, Longshot. You had the small dude, the small kid, and then you had the big dude. You know what I'm talking about? Chat, y'all gotta know what I'm talking about, right? I can't remember the names, but I remember their faces, and it's making me angry that I can't remember their names. The Duke! Yes!
The Duke. Hang on. The
The
Duke.
Duke! Yes!
Hang on. Let me
Bro,
look.
you
Let me
make
look.
me
Let me
so
look. The
happy. I
Duke.
love
Hang on.
Avatar. Uh huh. Yeah, that's the small
Oh, yeah,
dude.
oh, bro, the Duke. Okay.
Yeah, he was the small one. And then you got the big one. Again, can't remember the name, but he was the big dude. So, Longshot, Smellerbee, the Duke.
So let's look at the Freedom Fighters.
The Freedom Fighters! That's what they were called. My goodness.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so Jett, Pipsqueak, Sneers, he defected.
Pipsqueak!
The Duke, Smellerbee, Longshot. Gotcha. Okay. Now
Who
that
is.
paints a picture.
Does that say sneers or snores?
Sneers. All right, let's see. Last thing I wanted to delve into here was going back into Zaheer's thing, which this thing here was actually like really well written. And I want you guys' questions, comments, or concerns also going ahead and weigh in on this, and then I'll lead us out. So Zaheer on Korra season 3. Zaheer is the main villain of season 3 in the Legend of Korra, and many fans consider him the most dangerous and impactful enemy Korra ever faced. I actually agree with this. So, leader of the Red Lotus, originally a non-bender, gained airbending after harmonic convergence. Deeply spiritual,
Yep.
intellectual. He studied air nomad philosophy from his monkhood, even before becoming an airbender. His ideology
That's
is
why he was able to
to,
pick it up so quickly.
yeah. Zaheer believed governments created oppression. Kings, queens, and world leaders should not exist. Chaos allows natural balance. He wanted to eliminate world leaders, including the Avatar. What made him so dangerous? Well, for one, okay, he killed the Earth Queen. This caused the collapse of the Earth Kingdom because he killed her point blank.
And he did it in the most savage way possible. Oh my
Exactly.
god!
You literally let her watch the air come out of her lungs while
And
she
used it to
suffocates.
suffocate her. Oh my god!
Like you can't tell me that
Yo,
when I didn't even think that airbending could be such a dangerous thing until I seen that shit.
I think airbending has, like, in
Because
my
fire
opinion,
bending can become a
airbending is
hot
like the
point for
most
lightning bending.
overpowered.
Water bending can become an internal bloodstream point for blood bending, and you can control people from the inside out. Rock bending can turn into something more dangerous with lava bending, or in terms of the compound
Metal
minerals,
bending.
or metal bending.
Yeah,
And then
lava,
with air
metal.
bending, and a dangerous point with air
It's
bending,
just
I didn't even
free.
think about that. It's just free. It's freedom. Like there's so
It's
many different
literally
things you can do
everywhere.
with that.
You
It's
always have
everywhere.
access to airbending.
Like that shit's
It is the
really
most
dangerous when you think about
plentiful.
how free the thinking is with how to be creative about it. That's really dangerous. That's probably the most dangerous of the four.
Hmm.
What
And the
was it?
fact
But
that
he
it's
killed the Earth
so
Kingdom.
effortless.
He learned to fly after letting go of earthly attachments. Sahir achieved actual flight, which is a rare airbending ability that was only once used by like gurus.
Yeah, he was the only airbender that we've known in history to actually learn how to fly. He was a better airbender than Aang. Let that sink in for a second. He
Yeah,
was objectively a better airbender than Aang.
right. Like in terms of just his own
That
element.
is terrifying.
And
Yeah, go
then
ahead,
what was it?
continue.
And then number 3 here nearly killed Korra. So he poisoned Korra with mercury. If you guys seen the ending or close to the chapters of chapter 3 of book 3, he poisoned her with mercury in order to force the avatar state naturally and tried to end the avatar cycle permanently as a result. And even after he lost, he left Korra with a lot of severe trauma and trying to get the rest of that mercury out of her body.
And it took her a good amount of time. She was not fighting for how many months? maybe even a year. Like she was out of commission in a wheelchair doing physical therapy exercises. That was literally her life.
Yeah.
That's how badly he messed her up.
And then why fans love him? Okay, he's got a calm, philosophical villain. That's a rare ideology because not a lot of villains are philosophical, where there's actually some partial truth to their words, and if they're written well enough,
Mm-hmm.
it can still come to pass in different ways outside of the evil intention. He believed he was freeing the world. He changed the political balance of the world. His actions led directly to Kuvira's rise in Book Four. He wasn't evil for the power. He believed he was just right. It
Mm-hmm.
impacted the whole Avatar world because of Zaheer. The Earth Kingdom fell into chaos. Korra struggled with PTSD until she was able to come back, however long later. The balance of power shifted globally. He didn't just fight Korra; like he literally reshaped the world by taking her out temporarily.
His actions had such a massive consequence on the world around him, and it was just done by four people. That's it. It was four people that basically threw the entire world into chaos.
Yeah, it was a well-written
Excuse me.
antagonist.
And that was actually a big theme with Korra that a lot of people don't want to give them credit for. Amon was the same way. He had an ideology very similar to Zaheer, and he pushed Korra to those extreme boundaries. Like, all of Korra's villains weren't just evil to be evil. They had a reason.
There's a purpose to them.
Aside
Yeah,
from her uncle, I didn't really understand that one.
the uncle I could kind of understand with trying to create like a spiritual segregation between the human world and the spirit realm. It's
Yeah.
Kuvira's intentions I didn't really like get long term. I wasn't really sure with her intention. I see why it's there, but I don't see why she has to be written so much as the bad girl when she could just have a philosophical way about her and not so much have it be driven by like military or by the improper writing that they were really just pacing out her arc with. Because I found Kuvira to definitely be almost among like the more interesting of the four, but
So
it's just something
her
about
whole
hers that
thing
just
was
feels
like,
inconsistent.
so she was driven by a desire to like bring order, unity, and stability to the chaos of the Earth Kingdom following the assassin of the Earth Queen. Her motivation stemmed from a combination of traumatic abandonment of childhood and a pragmatic belief that only a strong, unified, and authoritarian government can prevent the nation from dissolving into anarchy. That's why she did it what she did. She took it upon herself to restore order, especially after the queen's death. She viewed the previous monarchy as corrupt and weak and believed that only a unified Earth empire could provide security. She was abandoned by her parents,
I
and
remember
she
that.
developed a deep-seated fear of helplessness. Her pursuit of power is a way to ensure that she and her people are never in a position of weakness. Her ideology of protection was initially sought to protect people of the Earth Kingdom from bandits and warlords. However, this desire for protection evolved into an authoritarian needed for control. She she had a rejection of monarchy. She viewed Prince Wu as incompetent and an unworthy successor, prompting her to take control herself or take control prompting her to take control herself rather than handing that power to a spoiled brat, quote unquote. The Great Uniter. She viewed herself as or perhaps the only figure capable of bringing back the fractured states of the Earth Kingdom back together. So, her reasonings, the ends justifying the means, forced compliance, re education camps, and of course, technological advancements alongside Korra's foil. She served as a foil to Korra, representing a version of order that lacks empathy, freedom, and balance that the Avatar literally stands for.
Okay, so it's almost like a hypothetical philosophy of freedom within the veil of almost like slavery.
Basically, like she is basically a direct result of what happens after what Zaheer did. After he killed the Earth Queen, she was obviously put in the position where she would be helpless, and she didn't want that. Obviously, she needed to fight for her people, so that's what she did. She wanted to make the world or she wanted to make her people, a safe and better place. So that's what she essentially did, and that brought her into the world that she is in. That brought her into the mindset that she was in. She genuinely believed that she was doing the right thing. That's why she was so strong, because she was there to protect her people. She didn't care about the world, she cared about her people, which is probably the scariest type of person to run up against. That's also why she beat the brakes off of Korra. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that was an embarrassment.
Oh yeah, I remember Code. What was it? Code. It was a Code Master. I think.
Codename
Like
Super?
yes, Code Name Super. Bro, I I didn't think that you could.
He a funny, funny dude.
Bro, it was a beautiful ass whipping, but the fact that he went back and ran the block on that so beautifully with that edit was just deviously beautiful. Like that was you wrong for that, but that shit was funny as fuck.
Slip through the guard, bite me. And look at the footwork.
Uh,
Nah, you know who actually started that trend, or at least made it popularized?
what's up?
CJ.
Oh yes. Okay,
He
also
he
from that bunch.
popularized that trend. I don't think he was the first one to do it, but he definitely was the first person I saw doing that. And then I just saw so many other people. Codename Super. I think his name is Coolio. You
Yeah,
got Don Kage.
Don
He's the one
Coolio
that
or
always
Don
does the
Kage.
okay. So boom, the scene kicks off.
I think so, because then there was another one too that was from that. There was off the booth. Try, I'm trying to think of that dude. He doesn't do edits as much anymore because Simba the God watches a pretty good amount of his videos too. But he's like the dude's like a master gooner, where he just like talks. His video starts off like, okay, so basically, if
Oh
that
my
sounds familiar,
gosh. Yeah. I think I know who you're talking about. I don't know his name, but he a funny dude.
definitely.
But I don't know. He is definitely gooning.
That's why I said the dude's a master gooner.
He is a gooner.
Overall, I think that'll do us for today. But there's a good deal of revision here that I think we can get into, so that way you guys out there can get the idea for 2xKO, and you can also get a pretty good idea for our desire, not so much our even our expectations, but our desires to really just play the game that's coming for Avatar Legends and just see what's coming. Because as the beta, as the alpha gets ready to close, and then we're getting closer towards the next step towards when it gets released. We got a good amount on our plate to sink our teeth into regarding. They said when summer of
The summer
2026.
of 2026.
And so,
Yep.
and there's still 5 people left on that listings. There's still 5 people left on it that they have not revealed for base roster yet. So I am 100% on the edge of my seat to see who those 5 remaining slots are. I'm really, really excited. I'm not disappointed either way. I wish this game all the best. I look forward for when it goes on sale or when it becomes accessible. You can definitely catch me and Clementine are gonna be in that shit point blank trying to learn this shit.
Oh my god, bro. I'm just gonna be in practice mode. I'm gonna be in practice mode. I'll be fighting people. Man, I'm so excited. I want to play it.
Yup.
Well, that's all I got. I know Alex in Street Fighter is coming soon.
Yes, we
I
will
think
be
this
back at
month.
some point or another for that. We'll either be back to cover Alex, or we're going to be going into the last one, the Lady Lolly of the closeout for that pack. If I remember correctly, Ingrid,
Oh, Ingrid.
because there's a whole
Yeah, she's gonna
historical
be a
pivot with her that
while.
I want to delve into.
Yeah, I got to do my research on her. I don't know too much other
Yeah,
than everyone hated her game.
yeah. So that's why I'm curious. So if everyone hated her game, is everyone going to hate or love her playstyle? Because she comes from a totally different era and generation of Street Fighter that they're bringing into new gen. So I'm actually curious on what are you going to do with this character? Because you can take her in any direction and it could work.
I want her to still be the most overpowered character, like canonically speaking, because as of right now, from everything we've seen in Street Fighter, she is the strongest character. It's not close. She's
Okay.
stronger than Bison, stronger than Ryu, stronger than Akuma, stronger than JP,
Damn, Akuma is a
stronger than Seth.
damn Akuma is a rough statement there, but damn, I could also believe that.
Well, it's just based off of how her powers work. Like she's like the opposite of like psycho power, if not like way more. She's insanely overpowered. But of course, there's just not much information other than that game for her from
Yep.
her original, in incarnation. I don't know what they're gonna do with her now. They might make her completely different.
And that's exactly where we're going to pick up at a later point in time when we go into a next episode or another episode down the line. It'll be a Street Fighter themed episode, so we can delve into Alex and his history, and we can, if he's out by then, and we can also get ready to delve into her for her closing out the past. So be on the
Yep,
lookout for that
yep, yep.
episode next time I visit the orchard here with Clementine and the crew. And Clem, thanks for inviting me
Before
in.
before
I
you
appreciate you taking
go,
the time to help and sit with me here.
before you go, I did want to mention because this was kind of sudden, but Punk had to drop out the race of Capcom Cup.
Really?
Yeah, he had to drop out because of his he was having like passport issues. So Tokido is taking his place.
Tokido. I don't think I've heard of Tokido.
What? Oh nah, you need to look
I'm
them up. Murder Face. Ah, I love Tokido. He is the murder face. He's the one that always played. He's like the nicest person you'll ever meet, but like when he's locked in, he looks like he's gonna kill you.
Tokido. Hang on, let me see here. All right, let's see. I got a $10 money match going up right now. So let me go on ahead and let's head on over to Demolisher over on Demon Slayer, the Himodi Chronicles 2.
Hey,
Hey, damn, there's a lot tuning in for $10. Damn, they're making it do what it do. You talk about fighting for less. I mean, there are warriors out there
wait,
fighting
there.
right now. Yeah, there's 40 people
The
watching this. It's a
freaking
$10 money match. We're
dang!
going
You
in there.
remember 40? The
Huh?
40K? Oh, we just played for fun.
I,
I think it was
this is for
the
fun. You gotta
40K
tell me.
dollars, but they played for fun.
hmm
Goodness gracious.
My goodness.
Oh yeah, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. I know I've been talking all y'all's ears off.
Hey, that's what I love you for. All right, chat. We're gonna get ready to raid Demolisher 7. You guys got my emotes. Spam them in our chat. Let them know where you come from. As the next episode for the Iacon Battle Circuit here draws to its conclusion, I'll be back either here,
And hopefully I will
Bleach,
too.
or Demon Slayer, or any of the above things that I still got to try and put a pin on before I go into my hiatus. And we will gradually sit and unravel a lot of the mysteries that are still yet to come. Or if there's a surprise thing that comes up for Avatar, best believe I just turned my stream on in a hush puppy. You guys take care out there. And like I always say, till all are one.
I don't know if you guys are done. I would like to know.
And that's all she wrote.
I would like to know. Also, thank you, Rodimus, for the raid. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. See you later, Demo. Bye.